So today I'm going to be making some homemade pizza. I got two pizza stones, a round and a rectangular. I'm going to go with the round because it seems a little bit more traditional to go with a round pie as your first pie. I'm going to make some homemade sauce, my own little recipe, simple, flavorful, delicious. The dough, I'm going to be following some recipes that I've seen online. I've seen a lot of different ways of going about it. I'm going to try to kind of combine methods and see what happens. It is my first time, so we'll see. The reason my son's not with me today is because I figure it's better to have this learning curve without a child's pressure in the kitchen. But I do promise you next time his little hands will be in that dough. Let's make some pizza. So I turn up the heat to about 5 or 6 on my electric stove. Little coat of olive oil in the pan. Then I take the onions and the garlic that I previously just smashed or cut, throw them in, get them a nice little roasty, toasty, a few little stragglers. Then as we let the onions and the garlic settle, get a little burnt, we're going to turn up the heat to a high boil on a very little bit of water. And as we let the vegetables stir and fry, we boil up this little bit of water and we put in your very basic vegetable bouillon cube. Now, it may seem a little strange, but I promise you, it adds a nice, wonderful flavor to the sauce. We let that boil and steam up, get this going nice. Another thing I like to do, just my own little personal touches, is while I'm searing and frying, whatever you want to call it, to the vegetables, I take a little pesto, just your basic jar pesto. Don't be judgy. It is very good, I promise you that. Little nice spoonful, and throw that in. Just a nice little touch. Brings a hint of flavor. Anything that I can personally do to make this sauce unique, delicious, not over the top complicated, because the idea is to, of course, make the sauce shine as a whole. I can already smell the basil and the herbs. It smells super, super delicious. Can you smell it? Now when the bouillon is taken care of, drop in our tomatoes. Again, don't be judgy. I'm not going to sit here and grind up fresh tomatoes. That's just crazy behavior. But this is a very basic tomato. Very good. Use it all the time. And because I am making enough sauce for multiple pizzas, I'm just going to toss in 3 of these bad boys. Give that a stir. Take the temperature down. You don't want your sauce to burn. Some people like it like that. I think that's ridiculous. I do not think that a sauce needs to stay on the stove for 8 hours in order to enjoy it. I think that's crazy behavior. Some old wives' tale from some laziness, in my opinion. Oh no, it's a good, don't worry, it gives it a flavor. You leave the sauce on for about 8 hours. I didn't forget, I did it on purpose. It's not really an Italian accent as much as it is Dracula, so. I want to eat your sauce. Then again, and don't be judgy, we use Santa Maria oregano. Just a little eyeful there. I don't like to do a ton of oregano, and I don't think most people do. It's a very strong herb. For those of you that use it, you know. For those of you that don't, you will. Then we have a sip of our coffee, and we wait. I'm gonna turn down the heat on these. I mean, look at them. They look gorgeous. Drop them in. Almost looks like I was frying mushrooms, but I swear to you, there is no mushrooms in this. Let the garlic and onion flavor just kind of marinate around. Some nice grated Parmesan. And then something I like to do, I'm sure I'm not the only one, some fresh ricotta cheese. What an annoying rip that is, huh? Give all this a nice stir. Get it nice, flavorful, creamy. Break that cheese up a bit. And now we let it sit for about 8 hours. Nope, I'm joking. Again, that's ridiculous. I want to let my sauce sit for about 8 hours. I will go out and be a creature of the night. Then, what I like to do, if you don't have one, get yourself one. Nice splatter guard. Blend it up. If you say don't blend it up, that's fine. You do what you gotta do. Just let's get it nice and smooth. That is beautiful. Look at that sauce. It's gorgeous. Oh yeah. Just thick enough. Now let's head over to the dough. So we have our flour, our water, our yeast, and our oil. I'm gonna go about this in the way that I've seen listed online. Who knows? But practice makes perfect. So they say the water, the yeast, add in the flour, half a teaspoon of salt. Continue to mix. The oil. We flour our surface. And we work the dough. Take that, Apollo. Take that. Dough, watermelon, bags of soil. If you know, you know. Put a little oil in the bowl. Brush it on real smooth. Then we let the dough rest for about 20 minutes. The dough doesn't really look like it rose at all, so maybe I did something wrong in the process, but I'm gonna go through with it anyway. As I've stated, this is my first time. We're gonna let this sit for 24 hours in the refrigerator as recommended, regardless. So after 24 hours, we have our dough. But we are going to flour our surface and work the dough just a bit. Got an A here, so we can give this first pizza at home a try. Give it an honest review. A little thicker than I expected. I would say 6, 8.
I'll say 6.
That's good for the first time.